Take two. All right, guys, I've got some good news. It's a new day, by the way. New day, new shirt, new hat. Well, not new hat, still dirty. It's an old shirt. But Dom is back in the videos. Dom, what do you think so far? First time seeing the fender exit?
Looks pretty good. Looks like it was scary to do.
That's what you said the first take also. I had an SD card issue. I had to like retake this, so props to Dom for putting up with me, making him say the same shit over and same stuff over and over again.
Sticking to scripts.
But okay, so this side's in. I'm not going to show you this fender hole because it was my first fender hole and it's not as good as I would have liked. But the piping turned out really nice. Came out good. We'll put the bung down here on the bottom, and then the plan is to do the wastegate up, follow it over the top like this, and then swing down out the outside, and it's going to come out behind on the other side. But we got the brake booster deleted and have a strange master cylinder with the UPR billet adapter that goes in there. We're getting ready to move all this, the fuel pressure regulator and all this wiring and these brake lines. Probably going to put the fuel pressure regulator over here on the firewall since there's no exhaust down there anymore. And then we're going to finish up working with these, working with the piping on this side. That's the worst. It like threads the hole, so now it doesn't want to spin in there, so. Well, dude, that part is forever part of the car now. The little hole that fell inside there, we'll just leave it. That hole came out a lot better, I think. All right, we've got some progress made over here. Fuel pressure, the fuel pressure regulator is out of the way. I think I'm going to probably put it over there to the left of the master cylinder. Let me flip this light on, sorry. Probably put it, that's way too bright. Probably put it over here on the firewall, like right to the left of the master cylinder. I ran all my vacuum lines and everything down, as well as the hood pop cable, because I still have that hood pop cable. They just disconnected it from up here in the front, pulled it all the way out, and put it down, and it's going to go through the fender. I got this hole cut over here. This is just roughed in. We've got some trim rings, but it's going to go work right through there. And here's how far we've got so far on this exhaust. Just checking, you know, most of this stuff I just kind of eyeballed, but it's like right at about 13 or so degrees, 13 point some change. Then this side is also right about, you know, plus or minus 0.1, you know, plus or minus 0.10 degrees. Yeah, there you go, 13 degrees. This side is 9 degrees over here. And that's what I'm going to shoot for also on this side is 9 degrees. That way it's going to be hopefully as symmetrical as I could possibly get it. And it does look like we're going to be able to squeak by. Move this guy out of the way. It does look like I'm going to be able to squeak by here. I just am waiting for the rest of my exhaust tubing to get here because I don't want, I have 3-inch here, but I don't want to use different than what I've been using. That way it doesn't come out. I don't want it coming out, you know, different. But it looks like it's all gonna work. Now, my original plan for the exhaust was to steal away the on-3 wastegate. See how it comes up, and it lands basically right where I wanted to. So I was gonna take from about here back and then build off of it, but I really just don't like the way that this pipe looks because this is bent tubing, and I haven't used any bent tubing at all. I've only used straight. This is straight and the pie cuts, so I don't really want it to be straight and pie cuts, and this one to have bends in it and then go to straight and pie cuts. I think that'll look bad, so I'm gonna hold off on doing these until I can get some pie cuts and some 1.75 diameter stainless to do the wastegate piping. That way it looks symmetrical. I think it's going to look really cool I think it's going to look awesome for the wastegate tube to come out and come up and kind of like ride and straddle the top of this, and then ride and then start to transition down the end of the tube and then come out over and right behind here. Dude, you can come back, Dom.
What's up?
And the reason I'm doing that on that side is so that it has, I'm going to do that same thing. I'm going to come up right here, ride and straddle the top of it to clear this brake. I have to tuck this down there, but to clear the brake cylinder, and then once it gets over here, it's going to transition down to the side. That way they both look symmetrical, and that's kind of why I'm doing it that complicated way, because one thing I hate about the On3 kit is how it isn't symmetrical. Like, you know, none of the parts look, one turbo is cockeyed leaning one way, one wastegate's behind, the other one's in front, one's got, you know, 6 feet of wastegate tubing, the other one has barely enough to connect. I really didn't like the way that was, so I think that's what we're going to go for, is a symmetrical, even though it's more complicated than necessary, in order to make it look the same from the passenger side to the driver's side. I'm gonna do it the exact same, even though I don't need to on this side over here. So
What's up?
dude, you look naked. Where'd your mustache go?
Shaved it off.
Dude, me too. Check it out. We had to go back to work, both of us, so it was say goodbye to the facial hair. We're both pretty distraught about it. But we're getting started here with the wastegate side. I've talked about it before, but we're just going to kind of run it up and snake it. We got the pipe cut, the wastegate pipe cut. Here's the first piece. Cleaned it up real nice. I'm just going to start right here working with my pie cuts. There's the pie cuts that I have done. I have these two, and then I also have a 6 foot long one inside the house that we're gonna, hopefully that'll be, well, I know it's gonna be plenty, but it's gonna be plenty. At this time, I'm really wishing that I had a pair of needle nose vice grips so that I could just clamp this instead of having to thread this on every single time. But here's kind of where we're at. The update. It's taking a while, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
Okay. This is the process that I've been doing every single time to make sure that this thing fits right as I go. Like I said, I really wish that I had those needle nose style vice grips, because then I could just like clamp this with the vice grips, but I don't, so I've got a nut that isn't exactly the right thread, so it goes on easy. And we're going for like 1/8 of an inch clearance between the two pipes. That way they're not going to tap on each other. But this wastegate tube is not touching anything like all the way around. I just got it as close as I can get it. And then the plan is to just continue. I haven't decided. I don't know if I want to do or not. Maybe like some stainless steel, like a little bracket that goes from right here to right here, since this is such a very long wastegate tube that is not connected to anything other than the wastegate. I might use this factory ground location and just do just a straight piece of steel from here to here, and so that I can bolt it to it. That way it cuts down on vibration, and maybe I could even use like a bushing, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for certain. I do know that we'll see how much like this vibrates while the car is running, or how much it moves, but I'm not totally sure. This is my first time doing this, but that's just a little progress update. Dom, how many times have you watched me go back and forth?
Probably like 8.
More than enough. Well, it's last tack time. So here we are. Everything is looking, that's a long Donkey Kong size. What's that thing called? Wastegate pipe. That thing's long. Super long. But it is, we got the last one marked up, ready to go on there. The last pie cut, and then the last straight, and then that's it. We're gonna it's been a while since we've done the whole snap trick. You wanna do the snap trick? Oh, will you come over here and do the snap trick? Do the snap trick like magic, like... BAM!
Only took 15 minutes.
Yeah, between the snap and that was like only 15 minutes. Well, this side's done, tacked up at least. I think it looks. I think it looks cool. I like it. You know, it is definitely a long wastegate tube, but I'm not. You know, it's my first shot at it, and I think it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm gonna probably finish weld this up, and then I think I'm gonna cut on this side. I'm gonna cut a piece to weld onto here to redo this cut. That way it's where the body line should be. Like right here, you can see it's kind of recessed back further than it should be. So I think I'll probably redo this section right here. I mean, won't really be able to see it. Maybe I'll hit it with do a grinder deal and like even out the welds that way, just in case that they're in front of the body line, you can't see them. So, but this side's done. We'll get this finished up, and then we're gonna tackle the this side over here probably on the next video. This will more than likely be the second or the third video on this, and then we'll hopefully on the fourth video we'll be able to get this started up. I'd like to say also, if there's anybody from FedEx that's watching this, you guys suck. Sorry, your FedEx is horrible. And then they've rescheduled deliveries like 4 or 5 times, and it's been in the state the whole entire time. I just wanted to say that. Like even UPS and USPS can get it together, but I don't know what you guys are doing over there, but figure it out. Right, Dom?
Yeah, figure it out.
Dude, figure it out. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Also, if there's stuff that you want to see in future videos, go ahead and just like shoot me a message on Instagram or comment or anything like that, and we'll, you know, I can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But, all right, thanks for watching. See you next time.